Hello YouTube, it's me again. So I wanted to talk about crazy fucking people, right? So I was in the mall today and I was picking up my dinner and so I'm standing on the escalator going down in Square One Mall. If anybody of you have been in Square One Mall, when you come off the bus, you have to go down this escalator to go down to the food court. So I was standing there on the escalator, and there was this couple, okay? And please don't be this couple, okay? Please. I'm okay with PDA. I'm not a PDA kind of girl myself, but I'm okay with it. I can deal with it, like a peck on the cheek and holding hands and that whole bit. So this couple was standing on the escalator. One was standing on one step and the other one was facing. So the girl was facing the guy on the step, on the bottom step, and they were making out on the escalator. And I could tell you that the man in front of me, because there was a gentleman in front of me, was probably thinking the same thing I was, and it was, I hope you break your necks, you fucking idiots. Because when that escalator stopped, that girl is going under it. Like, what the hell is wrong with people? Like, honestly, you can't wait 30 seconds to get to the bottom of the escalator and move out of the way. Like, it's like ninth grade again. You know, when ninth graders came to your high school, new ninth grade class, and they'd all stand in clumps in front of your locker. This is what this was like. And I mean, I'm nice to everybody. I try to be nice to everybody. You know, I ask politely if you can move. But when you are blocking a fucking escalator and there are people who are coming off of work, I'm tired. I've been working all day. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. You know, I want to go home. I want to get my dinner. I don't want to sit there and watch you make out because you can't get off the escalator in time because you're too busy sucking face. Okay? So that really pissed me off today. The other thing that pisses me off is when you're sitting on the bus. Okay, so you're sitting on the bus and there's nobody else on the bus. And people get onto the bus, right? And you're sitting by yourself. And you have your bag or your purse or your shoes or whatever you have on the seat next to you so that people won't sit down. And I mean, there's plenty of seats. I'm not talking about when it's crowded and there's no seats and you're hogging two seats. But, you know, when I'm on the bus, I'd like to sit by myself. If there is empty seats for people to sit down, you know, sit down, relax, not have to talk to anybody because I talk all day. I listen to people talking all day. I don't want to talk to anybody. So I sit down on the bus and it's empty. And there's maybe, you know, 2-3 people on the bus. So I'm sitting there and this old, dirty, nasty man. And I mean, I love the elderly. Don't get me wrong. I used to work in, you know, elderly homes. And, you know, I have no problem with the elderly. But if you're elderly and you're able to take the bus, then you're able to take a bath. So he sits down and he reeks to high heaven. Okay? And he picks my seat next to me to sit down at. Now, there's 25 empty seats. I mean, he could have sat anywhere, and he sits next to me. And I'm not sitting at the front of the bus where all the disabled and elderly people usually do sit. I'm sitting at the very back so that I can be alone, right? And I can be alone with my thoughts. I can be, you know, watching my downloads on Netflix. By the way, it's a great service. Download movies on Netflix. That way you don't have to use your data on the bus. So why would you come and sit right down next to me? Like, out of all the seats in that bus, you come and sit down next to me. And not only are you sitting next to me, you're coughing all over yourself, and then you get on your cell phone. The elderly have cell phones now. Okay, sure, everybody's entitled to get a little iPhone on. I get it. Sitting on the phone, yelling because you can't hear anything because the bus is moving, and you have old ears as old as Jesus. And so then you're yelling on your phone to your daughter, "Hey, pick up the milk, pick up the..." Why don't you just pick up the milk? Okay? I'm pretty sure that this man thought that if he picked up the milk won. Right? Like, it's a battle of wills between him and the milk. And if he went and he bought the milk won. So I don't understand why people are like this. Like, why are you so idiotic? How do you get up in the morning and tie your shoes and figure out, you know, like, and match your socks or put on clean underwear, which I'm pretty sure this man probably wasn't wearing because, like I said, he reeked to high heaven. how do you figure that out in the run of a day? But then when you're sitting on a bus with 100 million seats, you go and sit next to somebody. You know, when you go on a bus, there's a little bit of a bus etiquette. If there's empty seats with like 2 seats there and there's nobody else that needs a seat, you sit down in those seats and everybody fills out the empty seats. And then as people get in and there's more crowd, you obviously move and let people sit down. And I have no problem in that. And I want to reiterate that because people are going to be like, you are a royal bitch. You don't want people to sit next to you. That is not the case. I am saying when there are empty seats on this bus, anywhere else on this bus, why are you coming to sit next to me? And we're the only 2 people sitting next to each other. I don't get that. That's my rant about people. I think that common sense is severely lacking in this world and people need to sit up and pay attention. So you will, like I said, hear many, many more rants from me about people in the world and how we relate to each other and what we do because, like I said, humanity is shit, guys, and we need to figure out a way to relate to each other. So that's my rant, and I'll see you later.